Greetings everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is James Bartleson, and I'm making this video as a promotion for my first novel, which is called The Final Dilemma. And I created a character kind of based on my own experiences and other people's experiences that I've encountered in my life. It was several years ago, after I'd suffered much tribulation in life, that I finally figured out that I was an empath. Now, some of you might know what that is. Maybe many of you know what that is. It can be a very difficult journey when you're hypersensitive. You feel the pains of the world. You can see things that are wrong. So I basically created this character I called Michael Stevens, based on examples from my own life and real people I have encountered, and basically created a novel series. This is the first of a trilogy that many people will be able to relate to. Many of us don't fit into society. We've been kicked and abused and ignored, destroyed, misunderstood our whole lives. And that's why I came up with the idea for this book. Now, I have a website. It's called myapisloved.org. And there's a books tab on there that explains the concept, and it's got a couple chapters from the follow-up novel that's soon to be coming. And I'll leave a link below the video to that. But the first novel, The Final Dilemma, I'm going to go ahead and read part of the back of it right now to give you a little bit better idea. Michael Stevens, who's the character I created, is a kind-hearted, highly intelligent, and emotionally charged, unlikely hero. He's been created by something special in the universe to help humans fight the battles against the controllers of this world. There's just one big problem. He has a voracious demon growing inside of him, one that feeds off his anger and rage that's fueled by his growing resentment towards his father and peers and general raw deal in life. Michael must endure a lifelong journey of trials and torment, seen through the veil of lies, to realize his true potential. Mankind's evolvement is being suppressed by a highly elusive society of power and greed, and there isn't much time left, but he has the power to save it. As he follows the synchronistic signs along the way, his journey takes him to the edge of sanity and beyond. Will Michael be able to make the correct choices and become what he was meant to be? Is he really as powerful as he was being told? Is humanity worth it? And all the answers hinge on one final dilemma. That's why I came up with the title that way. And there's a little more here. The Final Dilemma is the first novel of a trilogy addressing the hidden reality around us, as well as finding the true gifts that lie dormant in the human spirit within us all. And I hope a lot of people can get something out of this book. It took several years to write, odd times. And I'm working on the second novel now. It's called Carolyn's Fire. And the character Carolyn is introduced in the first book, and she will become a part of the series. Now, the concept behind the Carolyn's Fire is she's what we call a phoenix. And some of you might know what that is as well. The world of empaths and the hidden realities that we live in don't get talked about much, and it seems kind of crazy sometimes, but these things exist. And so what I intended to do is help those of us that don't have a voice. This is a different kind of book. There's not a lot like this out there. Some of the people that have read it have already called it very deep, very emotionally charged. There's a lot of information in it. There is some shocking information in it. Some of the stuff we deal with in society is very shocking, to say the least. So what I'm going to do is, right below this video, is I put a link to my author page. The publisher is Page Publishing, and they have a page that has all the links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes. I also have a Goodreads author page, and I'll put a link to my website, myapisloved.org. Any comments or reviews that people could give to this book would be much appreciated. I'd like to keep going with this endeavor of creating this trilogy. My character, Michael Stevens, is pretty involved. There's a lot of people that have created him, mostly my experience, but not all of it. My concept is everything I use is true. Well, everything I use is based on real people, so each character is somebody I've met that I've changed names or fictionalized somewhat. And most of the events, there's some completely made up activities, but some of them are based on real occurrences in my life. I've met people along the way who told me things, and I thought that would make a wonderful story, or part of a story. And so that's kind of what I went with when I started the first book, and it's continuing with what I'm going to do on the next two. I intend to have the second novel done in April 2019 and hopefully published by the end of the year. The first novel, The Final Dilemma, it just came out in the print edition last year before Thanksgiving, and the ebook was finished in February of 2019. So it's now fully published, and it's taken me a while to do this video because I was waiting until everything was done. So once again, I'll leave some links below, and I would appreciate any comments or reviews that you guys might have. It's getting quite a response from the people I know that have read it, and I think that other people will enjoy it as well. It's meant to entertain and make us think. The world is not as it seems. I'm sure we can all feel that something's not quite right, and this book has some of that in it. So once again, I'm James Bartleson, and the book is called The Final Dilemma. Check out the links below, and my love goes out to everyone. Happy reading.